Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Business Professor Show. J. Mance Gordon here as your host. What I want to talk to you about today is whether AI is making new or novel business models possible. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we all know what AI is, right? And there are many different ways AI is improving, altering, changing, modifying, whatever, many different industries. But my question revolves specifically around business models and how businesses carry out business. And particularly, I want to focus on the revenue model, how they actually bring in money. So there's the core concept of businesses deliver value and receive back value. And different business models basically just alter that equation and say, look, I'm delivering value in a different way, or I'm receiving back value in a different way. And oftentimes it's like the Facebook model where you deliver value to one group that delivers value back to you in a given way. That is people using your platform and delivering their information and eyes. And then you deliver that value to someone else who delivers value to you in the form of money. That is marketers getting access to you and thus paying Facebook for that. So that's an interesting business model, right? And how they actually derive revenue from it. So I was watching a podcast and I heard some interesting thoughts on it, and they were basically saying that it's likely that you're going to see the first unicorn company that only has one employee. And that's a $1 billion valuation company with one employee, because AI would allow the company to fulfill so many roles that they could do everything they needed to themselves. Or they were saying that the value that was being delivered was so scalable that really it wasn't a company at all. It was something that sold itself once the value proposition was created, and it didn't require much effort to maintain that. So the value proposition alone was just so game-changing that ultimately it had that valuation because that many people wanted that value proposition in a way that maybe was not replicable, and perhaps you got intellectual property rights around it, you got a utility patent or something like that that kept others from replicating it for a time, that gave you tons of value. So that's what the premise was. And I also heard another group of individuals talking about it on a podcast where they talked about AI now allow for the creation of value propositions that were basically derivative of the core function of AI itself. If AI can process information, and there was now room for all these companies that they called it building a wrapper around AI that just gave you a way to introduce information into AI so it just spit back the specific answers or specific information or specific function that you were asking of it, then those were viable businesses. And that in itself was a new business model. The idea that you could take something that was in essence a cloud-based service and wrap it in a shell of something else that allowed it to be more specific and maybe cut out all the fluff, right, to focus on that specific thing that you were looking at. But all you were really doing was piping inquiries straight into something that already exists. And that's a new business model, if you will. But the question came up as to if that's a valid business model now, and it's happening everywhere. Many of you out there watching this video right now probably has bought access to or a membership in an AI wrapper business, right, like that. So the question becomes, what other business models do you see forming out there that are uniquely possible only because of this new AI revolution and the improvements there? And one factor to consider, this will date stamp this discussion, but the introduction of the potential for quantum computing with Google's new advancements in their quantum microprocessing chip. So these are all just topics for you to think about in terms of this question. Once again, is AI going to give rise to new business models that otherwise we don't really see in operation in the current marketplace? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please jump on the forums and voice your opinion on this. But in any event, I hope to see you around the community soon. Until then, take care. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the content, and please pardon the interruption. I just want to take a moment to remind you that this is just a small sample of the various resources we have in our academy at thebusinessprofessor.com. We have long-form book summaries, business courses, business and legal templates, a career TV channel, an AI-powered business encyclopedia, recent headlines, and lots of other benefits to explore as well. So please, I hope to see you as a member of the community sometime in the future.